Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Out on my great dogging spot. Great dogging spot for dogs, that is, as you know, dogs. Today I'm on my podcast with my great companion and great friend, Kato. So, Kato, what do you think about the new logo for the? Yeah, he's not very interested. What do you think about this? Not very interested in what I have to say, I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm talking about the new situation with Facebook, Meta. The metaverse, yes, the metaverse. Yes. Well, to be honest with you, it's got some relevance to the BBC because the actual situation where technology is going to change in the future. I have talked about it before because BBC need to reform and change. And in some respects, this Mark Zuckerberg, what he's got in mind for the new Facebook situation, changing the name to Meta, is because Facebook is very, very much like the BBC. They're just an organisation that, you know, they have their own agendas, kind of thing, which is to make money out of you by advertisements, linking you to WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, all these applications they've got to use you to sell you their information, advertisements, and just a way of making money. That's their business model. Now, the business model for BBC is every household needs a license to have to watch BBC television, and that's what the monopoly is. Compared to Facebook, it's a different kind of business model, but of course it pays to advertise in life. Like I said, I watched the Sky match with Man United the other night in the pub, and the amount of adverts on, there was 15 minutes of adverts roughly, maybe 20 minutes altogether. That 20 minutes paid a fortune for that advertising slot, and of course on Sky you've got subscription as well. So advertising does pay. They have advertisers out there to get people. That's how the business world makes money. It pays to advertise, so they say. So what I would say to you now is everybody needs to understand that the BBC needs to change and go to an advertising model, a new business plan that is basically advertised on a commercial basis, and I could tell you. And of course the BBC, like Meta, like Facebook, have got to change their name. The business people who would like to buy BBC out, sell it off, as the Taxpayer Alliance was going to say about needs to be sold off Channel 4 to sold off to somebody else. That is a good idea, because then you'd have people, not politicians, who job for the boys to run the company, and of course rely on the taxpayers to fund it. It'll be a business. So in some respects I agree with Zuckerberg's plan that he's going to change the situation and introduce new technology, which is VR, AI and glasses and stuff like this. If you watch the video, it's his new map out of what the future holds for people on the internet. And of course the internet is a big thing and everybody's got it now. So I would suggest you look at, I've left a couple of people to link up to this topic about how Zuckerberg is changing his business plan to the metaverse, meaning they missed out on the mobile phone scenario. They can't compete with Apple. They can't compete with any other phone makers. A Facebook phone really doesn't really fit, but they're going to go to new technology where in 5 years' time the phone will be a different concept anyway. The new AI glasses, which I've talked about before. So I'd like to leave a link to one great gentleman, MRTV, VR enthusiast, very, very great guy, German guy, but very, 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 very good. Because I'm a VR enthusiast myself. So I'm going to leave the link, and I'll leave a description to the podcast he does, the podcast he does with various other people into VR, and it's a great show, and it will put you into perspective what this VR situation is all about if you're not familiar with it, because that's what Facebook are going to do. They have what they call the flagship VR headset, which is called the Quest, and that is a consumer product, which but VR is very quite expanding. Of course, you've got to give it to Facebook and Oculus, which they own now, of course, and they're building a consumer product that can be interactive with this metaverse. That means you can have avatars, stuff like this, and all kinds of stuff, which is more explained in if you go into MRTV, and his podcast will explain more than I can do in this short video. But I'm just outlining what is happening, whether you agree with Facebook or not. They're going to change the situation with the way media on the internet works. They're going to try and cash in on the new metaverse, and that's his plan. Now, whether you like it or not, that's his goal, and it may take him a few years to sort this out. And of course, in some respects, if technology moves on faster and faster, obviously people like the BBC and other companies, they have to catch up, and they have to go to where the people are going. And so the old terrestrial television is just outdated. So, that's the plan. I would say that by 2027, they'll have to come to an agreement with the government how technology has moved on. So in some respects, it's a good thing that Facebook have changed the name to this metaverse, and he does expand his universe to the internet and become Facebook Meta, whatever he's got in mind. People interacting with the eyeglasses, glasses, which are a new technology. Facebook are not the only people doing it. There's Samsung, and there's obviously Apple doing the eyeglasses. So the new technology is going to come. So when you've got these glasses on, you'll have different halogen TV stuff like this. You can watch television in your glasses and stuff like this. So all new technology is moving on. So that's what I'm trying to say, folks. Have a look at the links I've left, and if you get into VR, very, very good. I hope you do, because I'm only a small player in that. But as I said, there's a lot of things you have to learn about the stuff. But the one guy I talked about, obviously, Sebastian at MRTV, he will put you right to everything. He's got everything you need to know if you knew about VR and want to get into this metaverse and whatever. So anyway, I'm going to leave the link to him and let him explain further, more detail, and join him on his podcast, and it's all there for you to watch. So anyway, let's see what happens in this metaverse. What this metaverse comes, it could be a good thing, it could be a bad, because it's still got the same business plan that is selling your data. When you log in to his products, whether it's Facebook, WhatsApp, or Instagram, they're still targeting you, because that's what they do. That's how the business plan works. So there's other things you have to be careful with about leaving your own data and protecting yourself. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, folks. So I'm off down to the pub if I can get into the pub, and I'd like to thank everybody who's joined me on the channel recently. And anyway, have a look at this topic I'm leaving some links to, and it is going to change things if one of the richest men in the world, Zuckerberg and Facebook, do produce this technology to change the internet and for good or for bad. I don't know, because obviously there's a lot of things you have to explore in this, and that's the new technology. Maybe 5 years from now, I don't know. Anyway, folks, I'm going to leave it there. I just thought I'd pass it on to you that it could be a good thing that technology moves on very quickly. Anyway, thanks everybody for tuning in, and thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one. Bye now.